Come on, XSplit, you can do it. Greetings and welcome to Die Die presents Master of Puppets campaign, Season 1, Episode 28. This is the side campaign to the Grimstone Chronicles. I'm joined by the full Ontario crew tonight, on this fine Thursday evening. Your mics are now hot like a couple of drops of jalapeno pepper sauce in your tequila sour.
Let's do this! Let's go some doppelgangers!
I
am the excite. Woot, woot, excite the woot.
I've been eating lots of sugar.
I've also been eating lots of sugar.
Somehow.
But that's because I've been on I've been trying to fluctuate my carb content, and I'm on like a low carb period, and it's like I woke up and I was like, let's play D&D, and my brain's like, no.
Okay.
And then my body, and then the other part of my brain is like, yes. The other part of my brain is like, let's negotiate. And then I went
5 to 10 minutes.
leftover suckers from Halloween candy, and then it went, sure, sold.
Expired Kit Kat from a foreign country.
So I've got
very questionable.
A pile of suckers beside me.
You have to convert all of that sugar into the really fast, simple math that we do.
Glucose.
Yeah.
Brain activity requires glucose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got this Kit Kat, and it was a gift from parents-in-law, and well, it's a bunch of sweets. Anyways, I found this Kit Kat bag, and it had like orange Kit Kat, a whole bunch of different styles. I'm like, ooh, I love Kit Kat. Let's try this shit. Tried it. Now I tried them. I'm still eating them. Don't ask me why. But on the bag, is like expired was like November 1st this year. I'm like, oh, okay. Why don't I peel the sticker back? April 1st. Who the fuck put the sticker on? So I'm still eating them. They're not that bad. But we'll see how long I can go.
You can eat. That's a best before date. That's not an expiry date, so you're fine.
Yeah, but it's like 6 months, man.
It's the best before date on something that used to not have one.
That is true. But however, the quality's not that high, so I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. It's like when you're saying your rice has expired. Really? My rice expired? Are you sure? Because I'm pretty certain that we used to, just pack pounds and pounds and pounds of this shit into like a boat and then go on like a 2-year voyage. So...
It depends how moist it gets, basically. If it's still dry.
Exactly.
Keep some salt in there and you're good.
Yeah.
I'll keep going. I was playing this game, Monster Hunter World, and I ran into this monster. If you guys know it, the monster is called Fatalis. It's like the last monster in the game. It's sucking up all my fucking resources.
Why do you need resources? You're at the end of the game.
No. This game keeps going. I guarantee it.
Okay.
This is the thing where it's like, this is the problem I had at the beginning of that game was like,
it doesn't end.
I need to grind for an hour and a half to get the stuff, to go on the hunt, to do the thing.
No. There's ways. I've discovered the ways.
Right.
I'm level 170.
And then I'm like, okay, how long does this game take to beat? And then those things just give you like, why is there a sidewards 8 when it says how long does it take to beat this stupid thing? Adam likes to win. That 8 got tired. I don't want to play a game where the 8 got tired. I want to play the game and then feel that sense of like, I see the credits roll and be like,
and then it sucks again.
You did a good job, but fuck you, I beat you.
That explains so much. Marty, you set up a scenario. My characters have to win.
No-win scenarios in D&D. I understand now that you have to create your own mini goal within the scenario. When you're like, oh, this is fucking shit. All right, my characters are going to, at the end of the encounter, they're going to be in like adjacent squares by the window. And that window has nothing to do with anything, but in your head, that's the victory condition, being in adjacent squares by that window. And
you get mad at me when my characters get captured by the enemy, and I say, well, that was my goal.
Well, yeah, I know that's your goal.
To be captured and in jail.
I wanted the plot to happen. It was like, damn it.
I try to kill my characters every game.
Sometimes the goal is just not die.
Whether everyone needs a goal. Sometimes the goal is kind of meaningless. Standing by the corner adjacent square.
The way we say it, it's good to have goals.
Good to have goals.
Yep. It's like, I want to do this with my character. I'm like, great, it's good to have goals.
And if at first you don't succeed,
die again.
Create another one.
I was going to say redefine success, but okay.
I think the problems we've had in the past is where Mark style or Adam style collide because the actions of your characters have a blast radius bigger than your character sometimes. Yes. And then not only is it the survivability of your character, it's the character specific plot that can also get derailed by those actions. So I think, like, looking back at our past games, we've come to realize that pitfall, that, you know, different voices of the table are great, because it would be very boring if everyone acted and wanted the exact same thing. It's a little bit more interesting when we're all kind of like going in the same sort of direction, but you know, like, at least it's that way.
this is okay.
Yeah.
Hell, that's okay. This is a problem.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The like, let's make a fist and
yeah.
Or you're like, let's get along, and someone's like punching your fingers. We've had that before as well. Interesting. Power moves. That's an interesting observation. All right, so we've heard from Ahmed. Ahmed's playing a game. Adam's got sugar. Anything else, Adam?
Adam is looking forward to this day Christmas staycation of stay.
Oh, did you get time off for the holidays, or?
Oh yeah, we have a shutdown. So.
So do we. I'm off.
It's like you can't wait. Either of you.
Putting a gym in your basement is amazing. In terms of, like, I've never really had real equipment in my basement before, but it was like 11:30 at night, and I'm like, fuck it. I'm playing the Angry Video Game on the Wii, or on the Nintendo. It's a good game, but that final boss, I was like, I need to take a break from this. It's really fucking hard. I know what you mean.
Vitalis is an asshole.
The game's hard. Like, fuck it. What do I want to do? I'm going to do tomorrow's bench session, so I'm not stacking that on top of the. Like, yeah. So at like 11:30 last night, I'm down here, you know, repping out some bench press, being like, yeah, I'm in my underpants and I'm doing a bench press. Fuck it, why? Because I needed socks so I could put on the shoes, and that's it.
You were in underwear, socks, and shoes in your basement. Yeah, working out. Oh, that is so 2020. It's not funny.
What's hilarious too is because when I was doing I was doing some pause rep volume stuff afterwards, and when you're doing that, I wear knee sleeves and wrist wraps, not to get joint pain. So I had more lifting accessories on than I had clothes. And then when I looking across in the mirror, it looks like I'm in some sort of sex.
You look like you look like a wrestler, dude.
Got straps and belts.
Coming in from the right corner, fucking Adam.
Yeah, was that some sort of German rave? That's fine. A German rave in the basement.
Just the zipper mask. That's all.
Welcome to my basement, yeah.
Mark, what's going on with you?
Not much. I basically worked every day since we last played, so
making the money.
Money.
I also have a shutdown. I haven't taken enough holidays this year, so I'm basically off for 3 weeks starting Monday, which is nice. I don't know what I'm going to do. We're going to play a game every couple of days.
We're going to fucking play game!
Between this game and hopefully Titan's Gift, if the guys are around. Let's see what else. I have been, aside from game prep. My Dragon Magazine #1 arrived. It is.
You got it.
It is in splendorous condition. I'm not even. I don't want to like take it out right now
Close
because
it to
it's
the light rays of the screen.
it's all
He's
packed away.
where?
Once I figure out where its permanent like storage is going to be, right now it's carefully packed away in the plastic it arrived in. It's the prize of the library basically at this point. Yeah, and then I've got issues 1 through 150 basically have arrived, and I've been going through those and marking the ones, like basically assessing and repackaging all of the magazines very carefully. While watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I had no idea that show was still on TV and they were still producing seasons. It is, in small doses, hilarious. And the Dayman song is stuck in my head. It's a stupid song they came up with that it's so catchy.
Hey, what's it called?
Dayman.
Is it?
Fighter of the Nightman. He's the champion of the sun. Let me find. Let me see.
That's the one with like Danny DeVito and
Danny DeVito, after the first season of the show, told his agent, "I want to be on this show," and got on the show as a condition for the show to continue to be a show. It's a bunch of actors that were out of work. They wrote the first season for themselves to give themselves work, and the show's about the worst. It's like Seinfeld, but the worst people
Humans.
on the planet, and all of their schemes always come back to bite them in the ass, which is the formula.
Join our party.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I was surprised
Yeah.
Mark had not, seen this show, and now I regret telling him about it. So these are the links to the Dayman song, and then I found a band that actually did a really awesome cover of the Dayman song. So it is right in my head. I'm in the middle of the earworming process. Yeah. Fighter of the Nightman. Yeah, exactly.
I think I just found a favorite new show.
Oh my god. Oh, did I just bore at this? Shit. I apologize.
Good news, Mike. We know what we're doing for Christmas.
I'm just surprised the show is still on air. Yeah. Okay, why don't we do a recap before we get too silly of what happened last game. The last game, it was called The Rules of Consumption, which boggled Adam's mind. En route to Fortresstop, Barnabas learns about the cargo that is being transported by Vigo. 3 vats of industrial acid. The caravan reaches Bridgetown and takes respite at the Bridgetown Inn. Barnabas befriends a half-elf named Seven and hires her as a guide. Vigo meets his contact. Ghost uses arcane scent to sniff out arcane casters. Grackle discovers something amiss in the cellar of the inn. Barnabas investigates further, uncovering a horrible conspiracy in the making. Or quite possibly an entrenched conspiracy.
Yeah.
I think the second one, based on the timelines. It's expanding.
I believe we left off with you guys rushing to try to find Seven's brother Tsurl, who went off with some of the thugs.
Yeah.
Who you guys realized were doppelgangers.
Yep.
Let's go to the Bridgetown Inn map. And I think there was a group. I think the rat had already started fighting some of the doppelgangers.
Yeah, there was 3 rounds of combat.
Yeah, there were 3 rounds of combat, and
that doppelganger's getting his ass kicked by a familiar without spells. Save my familiar. He doesn't have that many hit points. And now that I put the tattoo on him, he's actually valuable.
Yeah, those tattoos aren't cheap.
It's my rat, no longer the rat. Doesn't get a name.
Just
a possessive particle or whatever the fuck it's called.
possessive pronoun instead of just noun.
Fruitcake tippy toes.
Oh, we're going to the Bridgetown Inn. Sorry.
yeah, I'm uncovering a bit of the map. This will represent some of the less sturdy buildings that are built along the bridge.
All right, let's knock that shit down.
Let's adamantine Tetsubo the problem.
Yeah, and then there was a group of you that ran out first, while I think Chaga and Barnabas remained behind. How are you tracking down exactly where they are?
Rat and scent, or
I think we're going to have Ghost is going to Junker, who's at a dex penalty, is going to turn into a dog, a mangy dog, and follow the scent of his familiar as it tracked him.
Got it. Yeah, okay. So, given that you're really familiar with the scent, and you've probably done this before, and probably instructed your rat to pee a little bit along the way, I'm not joking.
Mad squirting.
I'm going to give you a +4 to your survival roll to track the scent of your rat. It's an ingenious way to use your familiar.
All
Plus
right.
how much?
4.
So,
Oh, okay, that's cool.
38.
Okay. You follow the scent into the building, but then you also catch that the scent left a building.
Okay, we're
Going to continue to.
we'll continue the tracking.
Okay. It might have been that door was a little bit more secure than the others, but you do arrive at a door where you can actually hear the struggle inside. I'm gonna roll because Modron. One, you arrive with plenty of time to affect the outcome of the fight. 2, it's the nick of time. 3, it's just a little bit too late, unless you do something heroic. And 4, it's too late.
With 3 rounds of combat with the rat, that doesn't necessarily mean whatever the outcome is, right? If we're trying to save the kid might be dead. The kid might be missing.
1. All right, so you've arrived with plenty of time.
18 seconds after the shit went down. There was a fuck you and a fuck you, and the rat was fighting the dude, and there's a rat climbing on a dude's head.
Yep.
The rat's not taking shit.
Take no shit from nobody.
You hear something like fall over like a table, and something crash to the ground. He's like, "What the fuck? How did you do that with your hand?" And you don't hear a lot of chatter the going the other way. The rat is fighting something, and like there's an excitement coming from it. There is a closed door.
Junker is signaling at the door. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Oh, let's Kool-Aid our way through this.
all right. Are we rolling initiative before Mort goes big and, well, as Ahmed put it, Kool-Aid mans the door?
The fight on the side is already occurring, so we could wait.
Yeah.
We could surprise round them by waiting around, but
I say we go right in. Grackle's not taking shit.
if you're
Filthy,
afraid of a
vile
bunch
creatures.
of doppelgangers. To be perfectly honest, I am. You guys are going in first. I'm going in. And my 2 characters both have means to go, I don't think this is right. Hey, doppelganger, turn into an elemental. Okay, you're not Junker. Oh.
Okay, we're gonna call these guys Bridgetown thugs. Bridgetown rogues, I guess, is what their tokens are. And they wouldn't have been... They weren't that great of fighters, because they would have killed the rat by now. Like, they're decent, but I think you got the sense that you outclassed them a little bit.
Junker's rat took 9 swings and got hit twice, I think.
Yeah.
They don't know that. Junker knows that there's something tense happening.
Yep. Okay, Los is not there. He's being carried by Chaga. I'll leave him on there. Chaga's not there yet. There are no slayers. There are no archers. There are no guards. Goros is not there. Junker's there. Grackle. Barnabas hasn't arrived, and Alistair is back in the tower doing stuff. I've lulled you into a false sense of security with Alistair being alone. Masterfully, I must add.
He's
We don't really like
retrained. He's retrained from anti-paladin to a synthesist.
No, psionicist.
No, I meant synthesist.
No, I mean
They're
psionicist.
horrible.
I don't know how hard it is to lure people away from moody, smelly teenagers doing moody, smelly teenager things.
And then we've got the locals.
And to be perfectly honest, few people would want to lure them away. Let them be moody and smelly over in their own little spot.
It's just a phase, they said.
All right, Grackle, you're the first to act. Once Junker in dog form sniffs at the building, you notice Seven is looking up at the building in a panic, and her little familiar, which is the seventh circle casting thing that is disguising itself as a fae or some sort of archfey or something. You don't know.
Yeah, where Ghost is like, no, I don't need to have whatever part of my soul just melted by whatever the little thing is.
Yep. He's in there. He needs my help. So, yeah, says Seven. Grackle.
All right.
There
can
is
I open the door from here, or?
When we're gonna say you guys walked up to there and you already tried to heave the door open and it is locked. It's the type of wooden door that's very uninviting and probably somebody's attempted to kick in a few times and did not succeed. It's a very sturdy wooden door. We'll say it's got probably some iron reinforcing, as if this part of town needs that kind of thing on their front doors.
Yes. Mort, why don't you knock on the door for me?
All right, back up. I'll do my thing.
Delaying until that door is open.
Okay.
Give me some room.
The Bridgetown rogues are going to.
Actually, that's fine. That's fine.
Attempt to stab to Tsurl. You can. Oh, we said that you had plenty of time, so he is bloodied, we'll say. Why? To be one of us, you must submit. And then you can hear the rat, it's scampering around and furniture being tossed, and there's one of the rogues is not having a good time. I guess he gets his attacks, so he runs up to the rat who's trying to hide and will swing a sword.
AC 22.
AC 23 is a hit for 7 damage.
Okay. Junker's rat needs help.
Chaga and Mort, we said we're 3 rounds behind, so I think they stopped to talk before. So their move.
And the talk was something like this: you think they're far enough ahead that the fight will be over by the time we get there? Yeah, I think so.
Junker.
Junker's rat responds. It's going to bite this guy a bunch of times. AC 23. AC 17. AC 13.
2 hits.
Okay.
Sorry, 17 was missed by one hit.
Okay. 1d6 plus. It's 1d6. So 3 cold and 1 non-lethal, I think. because the +1, or
Yep.
no, 3D. No, the +1 doesn't get counted out by the strength lacking.
No, it's still non-lethal. It's magic lethal, but
Yeah, but it's still non-lethal. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So it would be to be 3d6 plus, or 3 plus 2 non-lethal, or minimum 1 non-lethal.
Min 1.
Min 1. Yeah, 1.
Okay. Ah! Damn thing! You get the sense, Junker, that it like your rat pounced, it bit somebody's hand or like appendage, and then got thrown to the ground. But it's tough as nails, so it kind of gets back up again.
Bloody.
Yeah, its back fur is up, and it's actually making like a hissing sound, almost like a tiny cat. Mort. Oh, sorry, Junker himself. What's he doing? He's in dog form outside. He's like a puppy right now.
Junker, his own damn self, is going to. I think he's just going to turn into Junker proper.
Okay.
Because. Actually, he's going to cast Pass Without Trace on this group.
All right.
Good idea. Nice.
So we came here, and then nobody knows what happened to us.
Mort.
And then he's going to step out of the way. So.
Okay, so he's still a dog and cast the spell.
He's a
we really need like the most scabrous
I'll get
junkyard
nasty looking
dog. Like
the mange, yeah.
Yep.
All right, Mark gets big, and
Okay.
he's gonna whack that door with Smasher, which is his adamantine Tetsubo.
All right, are you making a strength check to bust the door down,
He's
or are you
making
attacking it for damage?
He's doing damage to the door.
Okay. A strong wooden door, hardness 5, hit points 20.
Go for it, buddy.
I break it.
The break DC is 23. Like, you have to be very strong to even have a chance to get through this door. Instead, you wield your large adamantine studded Tetsubo. Splinters everywhere. How much damage do you do?
He will do 2d8 plus
So
27.
So minimum 29. Yeah, you splinter. You turn the door into splinters. There is a tenement. It is divided. The room is divided by very thin plaster walls, some of which that are broken open into doorways, while another one might actually be a purposeful doorway. Part of the design. The building itself looks like it does adjoin to the building beside it, and you're kind of in a area that might be part kitchen, part hearth, part dining room. The furniture's all toppled over, and you've just littered a 150-pound door splinters into the room. There's an annoying metal bar that you just sort of push out of the way with your weapon. It clangs to the ground. All the rogues have looked over. This rogue looks like he's really badly injured and is in the fight of his life against a rat, which you realize is Junker's rat. You didn't realize how tough it was. Like, singular. I think this is the first time the party's seen it fight on its own.
I think so, yeah.
There's something wrong with the other two rogues, though, as the skin on their arms have tapered down into what look like short swords, like they're missing hands. Like they've summoned swords directly from their body. And to Tsurl looks like he's bloodied and he's trying to throw furniture at them and he's being defensive. And you've arrived just in time to save him from his attackers.
Okay.
Mort has another action, then Grackle goes?
Nope, I got big. That's a standard, and then I smashed the door. So that's
Okay.
the actions. You can move through a square.
Yeah.
Did the token load in for you?
No, you're gonna have to.
I'll drop it in PC.
Yeah. Okay, so Grackle undoes his delay, which means that He's going in the same pip as Ghost, but he is quicker than Ghost. Amazing. +8 initiative. Crazy.
Oh, yeah, too much. Let's just get in here. There.
Okay, are
That's
you tumbling?
I actually want them to try to hit me. I'm doing this defensively.
Okay, one of them with their weird short sword-like hands takes a backhanded.
I'm gonna deflect this.
Backhanded swipe at you. AC 11.
No, can I?
Yeah. You parry and you go out of your way to parry to bring the blade out of the way so you can shove it into the gigantic opening that they've created.
Okie dokie, cool.
It was almost instinctually, like he brought his own arm back and he's not getting the right leverage from his blade because it's coming straight out of his forearm.
Okay.
Because
15.
Because this is different than this.
There's a few historical weapon breakdowns that are pretty interesting where they go through the physics of like different weapons. And
Yep.
Wolverine's claws are pretty much fucking useless.
You gotta be fucking kidding me!
All right, so Nat 1.
Does a 17 hit?
You know what? I'm going to apply Blaze Lord his fortune point to make that not a critical miss. You can thank Blaze Lord for that.
Oh my god!
So there's a bit of furniture on the ground. Your foot actually slips on a bit of like a potsherd, and you miss the opening completely.
Still get your own action though.
Now I get my action.
He was going to be a cool guy. He tried to be a cool guy.
Oh my god!
No, he's not.
And then by that time, the other blade comes in and makes a cross guard block, which catches your hob thin blade. Okay, that
Shit,
was
Junker, you got another rat? Because Grackle needs help.
Who the fuck are you? Yeah, he seems to be in a panic. Tsurl does not. He's maybe not as quick as his sister
I'm
is.
here to rescue you. Your sister says hello.
We never said hi to him or nothing. There's just
Yep.
a ninja showed up and started stabbing people. The
started
ninja shows up and starts
missing
flipping
shit.
around.
Oh, you're the ninja that
All three of their heads in unison crack towards you, and they begin to their mouths begin to open really, really wide. It's like their jaws are drooping and dropping.
Well, we won't let that happen.
That's where we put arrows.
Ghost.
Yep,
Ghost.
they haven't emitted a sound yet, but it feels like they're gonna start screaming.
Well,
Oh, they're gonna start screaming.
there'll be some screams. So Ghost is going to step
Yep.
and commence arrow doom. He's going to. We're going to rapid shot. We're going to deadly aim. We're going to try to see if we can't affect all three of them, which probably isn't possible. So we're not going to do any buffs. And we're going to use times 4 crit arrows from the quiver of I want problems to go away now. So yeah, that's how Ghosts do for this.
Okay, so you were summoning some of your abyssal steel tipped arrows.
Yeah, they're being pulled out of the quasit quiver or the imp quiver.
Nice.
Yes. All right.
Adam has so much fun with archers.
They're solid in Pathfinder. They went archers should be awesome,
And they are.
and they are. AC, do I have improved critically yet? I don't think so. I don't have improved critically.
I don't think you have the bad for it. Yeah.
Yeah, no bad. All right, so.
That look on your face.
Just taunting you. Both are commanding hits, though. You strike the things in their faces.
Oh, oh. Oh. Crackle duck.
That would have hit. So there's an errant arrow that goes off of like all the blades that were
All right. So we're gonna
in
try
a
to
cluster.
take out the one that is. If they all look like they're going to scream, he's going to go after the one in front of Junker's rat first.
Yep.
Grackle can take a bit of a kicking. He deserves it. Do they take cold and fire damage?
They certainly do.
All right. 3d6 plus 8. 20 damage. And another 18 damage, so 38 damage.
Okay, that 20 damage, he's still on his feet, but he started stumbling sideways, and one of his legs started to droop, like it was getting longer for some reason. The second arrow into the same one kills it. 18 damage. It would be 40, 56, minus 12. Nope, it is unconscious.
Not for long, because Junker's rat's there, and he's going to take revenge on this bastard.
Yep, the creature falls down. Its jaw remains all kind of droopy, like it's changing size and shape. Its leg is not that of a half-elf any longer. It's really long, gray, and its knee is backwards, like it's kind of like inverting. It looks pretty gross, and the wounds are really bad. Locals. Tsurl is full defensing, and then steps. I think that's all he can do.
Get out of there, buddy.
Ah! He moves back. He's using like a small table, like a card table as a shield. Los isn't there yet. Bridgetown rogues. All right, this one might. No, it bleeds. The blood looks red. Oh no, it's starting to change colors.
There we go.
Chaga and Barnabas are kind of down the street, and they notice the party clustered in front of a building, firing arrows into the building. Junker and the rat. Oh, sorry, the Bridgetown rogues, the ones that are actually fighting. Step.
Stabby, stabby.
What's your AC?
A lot higher than your attack, I hope.
That's cocky.
37.
37. Wow.
That's a good axe, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
That rat would have been just stabbed murderously
That's
if it was...
two higher because of their flanks, so AC 25, AC 29, and AC 28. That was their two-handed attack, and then one attack as he came in, and then they've got their secondaries, and one of them has a tertiary. So basically they're rolling for 20s on these last ones. All right, there is a sword fight where you're going back and forth and hitting their blades as they're coming in and showing them how hobgoblins train.
Rolling higher than a 2 would be great.
Junker, what are you doing? Junker and his rat.
So I got that token out of in the VC. I think he's turning back into Junker, but I wonder if that's a
Oh my god, that is perfect.
An acceptably mangy dog.
On the main.
I'm gonna call it Junkyard Dog just because.
And anybody who's wondering, the token came. Check to make sure the doggy was okay. He got rescued.
Oh damn!
That's one ugly dog. He's got character.
So Junker's going to turn. Junker's going to turn into Junker.
Okay.
So that was the put-em that was there previously. So Junker turns into Junker, and Junker's rat is going to crawl into the eye socket of this down thing and basically try to find an optic nerve.
Sure.
Okay.
So 2d6, 20, or it would be 1d6 because it's a coup de grace. He's like the rat is coup de gracing or just doing a bunch of damage, which is fine too.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Coup de grace is fine. So it does
Does 4 damage, so DC 14 fort save or die, and 4 damage.
He had 1 hit point left. So
then the rat is
the rat hops up onto the thing's torso and bites at its neck and gets a good nibble at it, like kind of sets its teeth in, nibbles a little bit to get a little bit further in, and then just rips. There's a whole bunch of blood that flies out of the creature's neck, but you do notice that as it kind of shudders and is turning into something gray and hairless, that there are these veins that begin to appear all over the flesh, like kind of from deep within, and the veins begin to glow like hot magnesium.
Well, that's unfortunate that I used the 3-action thing, so I'm in the middle. Oh, he's gonna explode! He's melting. Something.
It does not look like this thing is dying peacefully.
Junker is going to take the opportunity to knowledge WTF, mate. Is this a geography problem? Oh, he does have dungeoneering. All right. Is it a dungeoneering problem or a natural problem?
Arcana.
Is it a dungeoneering problem or a natural problem? The other alternate being a geography problem. Although, admittedly, it doesn't look like a geography problem unless being here is the problem.
You know what? Later on, when you understand it, it is kind of a geography problem, but your geography skill does not help.
That's okay.
That's me being coy. Okay. Standing, what's he doing? He's watching his familiar. That looks bad.
Yeah. Oh, he changed. He's also got dex strain, and he's turned into he used 2 actions to change, so he's got 1 action left. He doesn't want to run in there.
All right, Mort is the definition of wants to run in there.
I can reach from there. Oh, no. May as well get right in there.
Now, is Tsurl more or less scared with Mort wandering towards him with a massive club?
Seven turns to Junker when she saw you change, and she says, "I want to learn that."
All right then.
No.
Give me your
say it
follow.
right then in Nezumi, and he'll nod. He's assuming she doesn't speak
Yep.
Nezumi.
We're gonna say that she had a readied action. She lets out a, let's see. She kind of does this weird spinning kick, not like a martial artist, but like a dancer. And there is a visual bard song that is now going on for a +1 to hit and +1 to damage.
Inspired.
Right on. Take it.
Let's see.
Mort, however, is not inspired. It's like, why are you dancing?
Yeah, fuck, I just distracted.
The third one of this fight.
Alright,
Doppelgangers.
36 would have hit.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, you
I'm
come in
assuming
and
Mort went like.
one of the doppelgangers, as you were coming in, pushed like a table that sort of slid along the ground a little bit towards you, and you ended up just sort of smashing the table into pieces. Like you're smashing furniture to get at them instead of moving around the furniture.
Yeah.
It just slowed you down just enough. Grackle, you are surrounded.
All right, yay. Let's kill the guy to my right.
It's a hit.
I didn't move. Damn it. Yeah, I wanted to flank, but yay. All right. Let's do it again. Actually, let's just see damage and then do it again. They're not damaged at all yet, right?
Nope.
Okay. They take cold.
Yep. Your Hob Thinblade comes thicking in with a confident strike for 31 damage. You bloody this creature. instead of like letting out a cry of help or warning, it's making a gurgling sound.
21.
You then
Does
twist
21 hit?
you twist the blade.
Does 21 hit?
Yep.
Yep. Does 31 more damage?
Wow. Okay. So you drop it to -16. You end up killing it. It falls to the floor and it begins to glow as it's transforming into a gray-skinned humanoid.
Oh, does an 18 hit?
18. You hit this time. You actually hit with the pommel of the blade as you're pulling it out of one. You just kind of go, I'm just gonna stick this in your nose, and
31.
crushing its face. You could see its face it's trying to transform its broken nose back into the semblance of a nose, and it's switching into a bunch of different broken noses.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so that was Grackle downing a creature. Ghost.
Ghost is going to polish off the last guy. Actually, we trying to talk to this fucking guy.
Kill them all.
Okay.
You cannot fire. He'll get cut.
I think we're. Yeah, I think we're going to save our arrows and just. Hey kid, you best sit down and shut the fuck up.
Okay. Tsurl is moving the door.
This fucking kid doesn't listen to goddamn instructions.
There's something wrong with their hands. Sis, get away from there.
Ghost is like. Don't make me chase you.
It looks like he's surprised and he's cut in a bunch of places. Yeah, it looks like he was panicking. And then Seven. They're not right. She maintains her bard song.
32 damage on the guy on the left. I didn't add the bard song damage. Here, I'll put it in.
I already got it. She casts a spell. Called Grease. I think she has to move in for this.
Yeah, that's close range.
Yeah. And the DC for her spell is 15. Bard's got a +9, 17, so it slips a little bit.
He's not 5 foot stepping away.
Yep. Top of the round, the Bridgetown Rogues. This thing is making a high-pitched screech.
Natural, no AOL.
No, it can talk or scream.
I should have killed it.
Picture the scream from the creatures from the Will Smith movie.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
Yeah. Charmed Life.
No, it's not doing anything.
Not, he's calling in people to come beat our asses.
Sakes.
He's calling in his boys.
Somebody should have killed him.
Well, you know what? At least now we don't have to go looking for doppelgangers.
And you
They
can
will come to us.
hear in adjacent buildings 2 screams back.
Oh god. As long as we don't guess wrong, we'll be okay. But the second we guess wrong, we become horrible murderers and chased by elves.
Okay, let's be honest. The chase by elves things would be new.
All right.
Everything else is the same.
Everything else is.
He then gives you a look like you're gonna get it, and he begins to transform, and he transforms into what looks like an elvish guard.
The one that got knocked out changed when he knocked out. Oh, what happened to his body?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
it's all kind of happening simultaneously. Let me grab from the forest road just a regular elven-looking guard.
It's one of those, like, when rational people meet irrational people, and adventurers are irrational people just
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah,
What do you do
boy.
for a living? I go in caves and fight monsters for money.
Marty, do his clothes change as well?
He was wearing kind of scrappish armor, but he changed from a punkish looking half elf into a
Proper noble
a
elf.
proper looking male elf.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, there's a flash in his clothing changes.
Okay.
Don't worry, we'll steal this treasure, and at some point we'll meet a guy. We'll be like, "Hey, guy, do you want your pantaloons to change? Will you change?"
All our characters should get it because it's so fucking cheap.
By protectorate law, stop your hostility, he says in a very fine elvish accent.
I think it's
Buddy, you're not gonna look like nothing when I'm done with you.
I'll let Ben get care of it.
His companions end up turning into these weird creatures that are only visible for a few seconds before the magnesium in their veins burns the entire body into ash. They glow really intensely, and then they kind of just swirl into a bit of ash, and there's nothing left of their bodies.
I'm going to roll a reflex save for Junker's rat. And
No explosions, all right?
I'm
Nope.
just even if not, I'll spend like.
Yeah, sure,
This
just-
sounds like a dangerous thing to
Yeah,
me.
sure. Give me a reflex save. 15,
15.
Is enough to avoid most things that are obviously dangerous. So you just hop off in time before the thing kind of goes away into ash. There's equipment and like there's some clothing and some crappy weapons left behind, but
In the action movie that Rat sees his own his life as, he did the cool guy jump away just as the Death Star.
And everyone seemed to like.
all right. Chaga and Barnabas have reached the fray. Chaga is a little bit behind Barnabas. Chaga's winded. It was.
What'd we miss?
What's the screaming all about?
Kid's okay. The rat killed the guy, and they foof away when they're done. There's at least 2 more. Then Junker's gonna say in Nezumi, mimicking a fucking guard, fucking asshole.
Okay. Junker and his rat.
Junker and his rat. Junker's rat, who isn't bloodied yet but has taken a kicking, is going to scurry back. Junker will take an action to pick him up.
Kind of bounding into the folds of a robe. He's tucked away safely.
We are going to... This is where things start to get spicy.
Look for incoming.
Well, there is a look for incoming.
My loot.
My loot. We are going to... I don't know if I want to put a scene viz up. He's going to throw a sea invisibility onto Ghost, just in case.
Okay, using alchemist potions.
Using alchemist potions, yeah.
Mortimer.
Oh, this guy. Mort's gonna try and actually hit him this time. 16.
You're having the same luck I am having.
AC 27.
Yeah. By the name of Imperial, whack! just stops him from talking.
37 damage.
Yeah, his body goes flying, cracks against the wall, begins to warble, turn into this grayish-looking creature. You guys have fought doppelgangers before, although these ones combust with this angry flare which looks like the heat of like a star. And there's bits of ash and the clothing that it was wearing, which was neither the guardsman outfit nor the half-elf rogue clothing. It just looks like scraps.
Well, this shit's gonna be hard to prove.
Disappear.
We've got the blood on our weapons.
That is true. The blood on the ground, at least that was separate from the body itself, is still there.
Yes. Start collect. Hey, Junker, come and collect some of this blood if you can.
All right, we'll just play to the end of the round. Grackle.
Grackle is going to. There's a door. He's gonna activate his long arms.
Okay.
He's going to stealth over here. Did we hear it from? Sorry, Marty. Did we hear the sounds coming from like this building and this building, or did we hear it?
You heard them coming from buildings across the street.
Oh, across the street.
Elsewhere,
okay.
Elsewhere in the slums or the shanty town of Bridgetown.
Okay. So Grackle is going to come next to Junker, and he's going to activate his long arms.
Okay. Ghost.
Gotcha, buddy.
Locals. Seven is. Where did they go? What was that? And she goes out to check on her brother. Are you okay? Yeah. They attacked me for some reason.
They were called doppelganger. They tried to steal your body and kill you.
Why? To become you, you idiot.
They are filthy creatures that need to be destroyed.
Junker's gonna go, yeah, you idiot, and Zumi just to
Yeah.
reinforce
Tsurl looks like he was completely outclassed by those three creatures inside that room. It does not look like he will be doing the destroying of such creatures. At this point, I'm going to make you guys roll a perception check, which we have the technology for. Ghost, Junker, Barnabas, and Grackle all see across the way to the north something climbing along the roof, kind of like on all fours. It was just like a silhouette in the darkness, and then it climbed over, like it climbed to have a look, and then kind of climbed away. You get this
sitting there with the ready to action with the bow.
Sure.
So
Tag.
pop that butthole. Look at him. Okay. AC 27.
Yeah, you hit it,
And
even with its
critical
cover,
threat.
and a critical threat.
At least all the
Critical hit.
This wasn't an abyssal arrow because I, didn't say that. All right, so the first one does, I'm assuming, 15 damage because if it takes elements.
Yep.
And
You hit
then,
it with your highly elemental blow.
piercing damage. Critical damage standard. Affect target is poisoned with green blood oil. Don't know what the hell that means. I don't know if doppelgangers can be poisoned.
you can.
Yeah, I think so.
They're the same as. So
Yep.
they can-
Yeah, there was something bad on the arrow.
It was a dirty arrow.
was like,
It was dirty.
And the DC is the confirmation roll, so it fails, so it takes 1 con damage per round. So this round it took 1 con damage. I don't think, and plus the crit damage.
And an additional 39 damage on top.
Oh,
All right,
good.
39,
Still awake, isn't it?
49,
54.
54 drops it to -10, and then the con damage. So you hit it with both arrows. It actually falls off the roof for another 3d6 damage, and you get you get the brief sensation that this thing had turned into not quite an ape, but it had ape-like qualities. Like, it had ape-like arms and kind of strange tufts of fur and, like, an ape-like face. It cracks against the cobbles and then begins to just burn up into ash like there was nothing there.
Oh, we're like Blade. We're fighting Blade vampires, or there's just no evidence. We can murder all of these things and have nothing to clean up. What are you doing? We're just sweaty in the streets. It's fine. Jogging. What are you doing? Jogging.
We're putting on a play.
I don't think we should be out in the open like this, says Chaga. You don't
There's
hear
another one around here somewhere.
You don't hear any other screams at this point. You don't see any other movement.
Yeah, he's hiding somewhere. That second guy. Going, oh shit.
We need to get out of here.
That we do.
I know a way under the bridge.
That will do as well.
What are we, kids? Only kids hang out under there. It'll be safe down there.
Yes, you are a kid. Let's go under the bridge.
Alright, Spark does a little roundabout halo around Tsurl. He waves it away. Get out of here, Spark! Little does he realize. And the group of you go down a very slender alleyway following Seven, which leads to a broken part of the bridge. Like a couple of stones have fallen away, which then along the embankment provides kind of like really big steps that you kind of have to hop down. It looks like people travel that way to get under the bridge. I'm going to move your tokens to the... they might already be there. To the city map. As you are kind of in a hollow underneath the shanty town. Which is also underneath the bridge. You can see all sorts of graffiti and, like, some half-broken, stolen furniture and some empty bottles. Damn kids.
Yeah.
Like my basement.
Now, I guess I didn't get... Yeah, that's right. I was just thinking that we don't have a passed out trace on Chaga or Barnabas or Tsurl. And I don't think I have the ability to cast another one.
There's enough space down here that they've got like a little fire pit and some seats, and so there's enough room even for Mort to sit. As you're moving down here, you do begin to hear almost like wolves calling in the night. These high-pitched screeches. 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, and then you're counting upwards of 16 or 30 of them as they kind of cascade through the city.
Are they only in the lower part, or are they in the upper part as well?
No. You lose count when it gets to the city.
In other words, let's do our job tonight. Get the F out of town.
Joker's got his paw raised. He's looking at Barnabas.
Yeah, go hide.
I've heard...
Are we going to just steal the thing, or do we need to kill everybody?
Who the fuck are these people? Get away from me, Spark! You can see Spark, like, try to get in towards the wounds. Who the fuck are these people? They're outsiders, yes. Yeah, but... Well, we can't...
They're doppelgangers.
We can't trust them! They
Perhaps
say...
you would like to go to your friends and try your luck with them.
What? Those sounds? They sound like bush monkeys.
Those things are doppelgangers. They are creatures that try to kill normal
They're
people.
likely just communicating that they have been discovered and that we should be killed.
The fuck's a bush monkey?
Oh, they're little ape-like things. They're...
Like the thing I shot off the roof? Like that?
That thing looked like a doppelganger that had ape-like qualities. She starts describing basically a monkey.
Okay. Hey, kid. I got fingers. And when I kill things, I got fingers. I know there's claws at the end, but they're still fingers. Those things have knife hands. So, we're better than they are. So, sit down.
You are not used to having foreigners here. You do not trust us, I understand. But we are helping you.
You understand he's a dum-dum. Okay.
You don't get it, Tsurl. You don't get it. Seven kind of looks pained, like she doesn't know if she's going to actually tell Tsurl or not right now.
Oh, yeah. The daddy issues.
I don't get what?
Those things have spread out throughout the entire city.
You're going to want to tell him before we start the hacking and slicing at your place.
They got mother. They got father. They got them, what? There's a bunch of those things running around pretending to be mom and dad? No. Mom and dad are gone. Bullshit!
Junker's got his paw raised.
Junker.
In Nizumi, what he said and what she said are not fucking exclusive.
Our father trains and wrestles with bears, and mother's a high priestess. There ain't no way those things got her. They weren't that tough. They almost got you.
There's a high bargain, Barnabas says in Nizumi.
Yeah, those are probably lower level fighters, but they might have the higher level, more trained doppelgangers in the city who might have taken the place of your family.
Ah, those were just bush monkeys. Those weren't doppelgangers. They're just bush monkeys. Yeah, but have you
When's the
noticed?
last time you saw a bush monkey turn its arm into a fucking sword, you twat?
If you'd like, we can take you to the basement of the bar and you can see the corpses yourself.
They're like vermin. They get into trash and stuff. Yeah.
Listen, young lady, I haven't got time for this. And he's pointing at her brother.
If you see any monkeys, be suspicious of them. You could see wheels turning in Seven's head. I think that's how they move around.
As monkeys. Wonderful. Fucking monkeys.
Junker puts his paw up and he's looking at Barnabas again.
Are these
Yes,
monkeys?
Junker.
Isn't there a thing about humans and apples and trees? And how did Big Priestess and Bear Wrestler get the girl and the shit stain from the same tree?
Is this in Elven or...
Nizumi,
Okay.
but-
Yeah. Just Tsurl's just looking at Junker, point at him.
Spark knows what's being
Yeah.
said.
Barnabas knows. He's like, I'm as confused as you are on that one.
Junker goes says the rat equivalent of the mailman, like the milkman.
We will have to move quickly. The longer we stay in one place, the more likely they will find us. We need to move now.
That light, I've seen it before. Not like that, but that's the light of the tree blessing. The light of the magic of Fortresstop.
So you're saying somehow these doppelgangers have acquired or are blessed by Fortresstop?
Did
So
they
let's
have tokens
assume
in
that
their
it-
pile of stuff?
What's that?
Did they have tokens in their pile of stuff?
Did you guys loot?
We will be now.
Well, shit.
I didn't loot. I went outside to look at the...
We ran away like a bunch of cowards and we forgot the money. It's like we forgot Adventuring 101. We forgot to loot.
Honestly, these guys...
They didn't have anything worth looting. but the tokens.
But tokens. But tokens. All right. So
Are
if they-
you asking about tokens or?
So if you have
That
it,
was asking because there's tokens was the we're told tokens were linked.
how do the token or how could they have acquired the magic of the tree?
All the elven citizens of Fortresstop get a basic token. And then the higher you climb in society, the better token you get, says Seven. We halvesies don't get them, at least not many of us do.
All right, so these halvesies must have got them from elves, am I right? Because the originals would not have had them.
But it requires elven blood to activate.
We have encountered doppelgangers that can, yes.
They got all the fucking blood, don't they? It's in Nizumi again because Junker's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, they use blood to become what they are.
And they're here?
Well, yeah, apparently they're all over the fucking place, and if these lot have those tokens, it's safe to assume other elves, full elves, higher ranking elves, are helping them.
But the warden would never let this happen.
Unless he's one too, right?
I don't know. Can doppelgangers be treants?
Knowledge, whatever. That's a stretch, I would think.
Warden can't see worth shit. Everyone knows he's going blind.
Yeah, and trees are notoriously uncaring.
I think it is best that we try to find the intruders who are acting as your parents before they are surrounded by a whole troop of other...
I agree, before they have a chance to shore up their defenses, because they most certainly will.
Let us get going now.
We're going to collect a bunch of doppelganger blood off of Rat.
Okay.
I've got blood on my blade. I didn't clean it off.
Yep.
Mort, your weapon still has their blood as well.
Oh, I got a nice smear. Right there.
What are
Probably
we
sprayed all over Gracchus.
What are we doing with his blood?
It's evidence it's actually doppelgangers here.
Junker's putting it into a vial and sticking it in his alchemist kit, and he now has... Or he's going to use it for some sort of weird polymorph spell. I don't know. He's going to do something with it. Junker.
We need to check on Mom. I don't believe that she would get tricked. I don't believe it either, but they've been acting weird. Grumpy? Yeah, he had to be put down. Why do you think he had to be put down?
Can he not understand your speck of light?
I think he's in shock, is what Seven says. Yeah, I don't... He's got 20 damage. The kid's over bloodied.
Chaga, can you please do something about his wounds?
It's going to be like... in Zumi, and looking at Spark, is like... nodding.
Can one of you heal him so we can get going before we are surrounded?
Spark floats over to Tsurl. Get out of here, Spark.
He really is dense, isn't he?
Yep. Just because you're competent doesn't mean your family is.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the most embarrassing version of this... It's time to learn not to suck. I'm not very good at grappling. Ghost is going to go grapple Tsurl. So that...
What are you doing?
Spark can heal him.
Hey, get your claws off of it.
No, he's not nodding to Spark. Get him.
All right, it's wrestling. Mortal hell.
Hold still, you dullard! Book! Lands on his nose, and he begins to heal. Hey! And if anyone's looking, Spark just cast 2 Cure Light Wounds for 20 healing.
Nice.
Whoa! I never knew Spark could do that. Yeah. Seven scoops up Spark. Spark's special, isn't he?
Ghost is now like looking at the
So if
wall,
I take her as a follower,
or looking at the ceiling and walking over and just go to have a seat over here.
Yeah, Sparky is special. Let us be on our way.
We're gonna have to sneak into the city this time of night. The visitor center's closed. We won't have day passes.
Well, if we kill the right people along the way, the bodies disappear. So
If we had tokens, we could fly.
yeah.
Yeah, hang on.
It sounds like there's a lot of them out there. They're probably looking for us.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
I can kind of smell the fucking guys, but they might also be just shitty mid-level wizards.
I honestly don't believe that the Sylvanites would allow this.
Yeah, well, no one fucking allows them to do this. It's just what they do. It's their specialty.
Well, how do we know? Like, should we tell the custodian?
If you like, and you're positive the custodian's not one.
Well, the custodian is a drow, she says.
Listen, even the drow don't know these fucking things.
She nods. Custodian's
reminder, you can sniff them out.
Custodian's a Sylvanite. He's like the high druid around these parts. Druids turn into animals. How are we supposed to tell the druids apart from the... from the doppelgangers? Yeah, that's a good point, Tsurl. Druids do fly around. They do turn into monkeys and other animals. I really want to learn that, she says to Junker. Oh... Yeah, we should have really grabbed their tokens if they have them.
Yeah, that would have been good to know.
You live, you learn, you fuck up, you try again.
We could try to go see the warden. Yeah, maybe one of his underlings are wandering around.
What do the underlings do?
Oh, they're just smaller versions of him. They're like little trees. They're kind of stupid, though.
Alright, well, the trees. Knowledge nature, can doppelgangers usually turn into plants?
Give me a knowledge nature, yes.
I will take 10, get 41.
Not usually, but if they're turning into monkeys, that's not a normal thing either.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, here's the thing. Well, I admit a plant is a far cry from a fucking monkey. They're not supposed to be able to turn into monkeys neither. Just humanoid type.
I don't know. We would go to Mother with this type of thing. Father as well. If this happened under the custodian's nose, then what's he gonna do? He's a druid! He's done all sorts of things. He's affected the weather and the crops and could turn into big animals. He'll save the day.
Joined a street gang and trying to be some sort of shitty enforcer.
If all those monkey sounds are these doppel whatevers, then it sounds like most of them are in the city, so it's the druid's problem. You don't get it, you idiot. They're in charge if they're in the city.
Yeah. My guess is your city's probably the whole cause for what the doppelgangers all about.
What do you mean all about?
Oh, we've encountered doppelgangers before. In fact, I'd be very curious. Well, can't ask your mum now, but seems your little adventuring party has attracted doppelgangers everywhere, no matter where they went.
Why?
Well, yes, Junker.
If the leaders are doppelgangers and the leaders are fair game and they have shiny stuff.
Well, I admire.
Will you speak Imperial Common, dammit? Says Chugga. I'm so tired of you. I know you can speak Common. Speak Common.
Well, I admire your
Where you going? Where you going?
ambition.
Take it up, Patuga.
Let us temper our
You're not
goals.
muted, so you might want to mute. Yeah, it's parenting time. It's midnight and kids are up, so something bad's happening.
Bad dream. Well, I admire your ambition and strongly encourage that sort of thinking. Let's measure our approach and base it on resistance we reach with the dear old mum and dad here. And that was in the Zoom.
Or mom and dad.
Or as I just said, and he's saying this in common, looking at Chaga. Yes, please speak in common.
You fucking asshole, you know that sometimes? Neither Tsurl nor Seven seem to speak Nezumi. Spark kind of flies towards you and was obviously listening.
So, alright, so are we going to the big place? Again, in Nezumi, just telling him not to speak Nezumi isn't going to make the problem better.
Yeah.
So we go and talk to the tree, or are their parents in the place, or are they in the city or no?
Barnabas, Spark is moving really slowly and really close to your face.
In Celestial, can I fucking help you?
Ghost is
Actually, it's probably, can I help you? Because
Yeah.
there's probably no F word.
Yeah. Can I fudging help you?
Can I fudging aid you in some way, my friend?
It touches it comes right up to you and almost lands on your nose and then touches in the middle of your forehead, and the sky opens and there's this great celestial being before you. Give me a knowledge planes.
I will take one of my many 20s, and that will give me I suspect this is important too, so I will use an inspiration point as well. So I get 5 for my inspiration point, so that gives me 56
Wow.
with my 20.
Okay, this type of Azata, it looks like an armored sentinel, like some sort of great and armored knight with divine radiance crackling all around her, on her eyes, along her cape, and a noble greatsword that is held aloft with crackling power.
For fortune point 58.
You recognize this thing as an Azata, also known as I think I'm pronouncing it as a Gale or a Gali. They're the most knightly of the Zatas that hunt fiends, dragons, undead with equal vigor. They are idealized elves, quick to smile, equally quick to strike against those perceived as wicked. These are creatures from Elysium. They are the chaotic neutral, chaotic good outsiders. And because you rolled in the 50s, you could just go ahead and read what this thing can do.
Key word perceived.
It is now talking to you with its true speech.
Okay.
in perfect Imperial Common, which is the first language that you learned. Indeed, you are knowledgeable about why I am here. I was summoned by S01E28 of the Seldarine.
And when was your bond with her broken?
The bond was broken with her when she died. I have
Yeah,
lingered.
I'm trying to get her when she died.
She died within the past week.
Right.
There are horrible things that will transpire at that tower of yours if you do not stop the mad wizard Belafonte.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I was kind of coming here hoping S01E28 would help us with that little bit of problem.
I will help you with that problem. But I am bound to the ring, and the ring is still in our enemy's possession.
Fair enough.
I will not be able to fully manifest until someone commands the ring. If you try to command me for ill ends, mortal, I will make it my lifelong mission to punish you and your soul.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. So, given that this doppelganger has possession of the ring, can they control you?
Let us hope they do not have that knowledge.
All right, so you might be a problem then.
Yes.
Yeah, see, we encountered other doppelgangers. Bargle, I don't know if you ever met him. Bunch of Bargles, actually. All of them with different capabilities as wizards. Quite frightening, actually. Not something doppelgangers can usually do. We are dealing with a unique breed of doppelganger.
Yes. She pulls back. Remember what I have said, and your caution is prudent, mortal. And she pulls back her hand from your forehead.
Okay, that stinks a bit. Yeah, so
Seven kind of holds out her hands for Spark, who lands gently into her hands. What did you do to him?
Nothing. Didn't do a goddamn thing. Just came over here and he's got one of them things where the flashing lights makes them all go all dizzy. So he was too bright and got dizzy. That's all that happened. Right?
yeah, something like that. So your home, Seven, is in the city, correct?
It's on the edge, but yes, it's in the city. My mother tends to the shrine of the Seldarine.
Right.
She spends most of her time there. Or at least...
She used to. I understand. We might be in some bit of luck. Because your mother is a priestess, correct?
Yes.
So, unlike Bargo, who got his magic from the weave and his spell books, priests get their powers from the gods. I find it unlikely the gods are that fond of doppelgangers. Did your mother have any other special skills?
She was good with the bow.
Hopefully there's no priestly powers. If there are, they're likely coming from someone other than the Seldarine.
How powerful is your mother? What could she do? She could bring elves back to life sometimes.
Do you know what? There's different ways to do that. Do you know what spell she cast?
Yeah, she had to go out of town one time to do a resurrection.
She did it out of town.
Yeah?
Alright, lot, you lot, don't die. Here. Chaga.
Yeah, there are elves all over Elsia Vale.
Yeah, it's not.
Sometimes they call upon her to oversee weddings and...
Joker's putting up his claw.
Yes.
It might be like traveling salesmen gotta fucking leaving town to go do the thing, not necessarily.
Yeah, well, we don't know, so. Well, fuck, you're not going to try and die anyway. I know why I even brought you up.
Right. So how far is this shrine?
It's on across the river to the north side. It would take us 20 minutes, half an hour. She looks at Chaga. Half an hour to walk there.
An hour 45.
Yeah.
Able to get everybody.
If we could fly, it's right over there. She says, and she's kind of pointing across the way
Are we able to get everyone a
to
fly
somewhere behind, like maybe.
I'm running
this
low
building
on
here.
third circle spells. Mind you, it's the only spell I got, so I mean, it's why I can do 3 more.
Ghosts probably want to keep that shit in case we're making a. I imagine 100 doppelgangers hunting us in the night means that sleeping is probably out of the question.
Mort, how many could you carry? If you have fly in your lodge, how many could you carry with you?
I could cast 5 more flies today. If I do dip into higher circle spells, I could cast another 3 more.
What if you just give Mort a fly and he can carry 2 others?
I got wings, jackass. I don't need your flying spell.
Then Mort, you carry.
These glorious things. He flicks out his scrunchy pigeon wings and dirty feathers fly everywhere.
Ah! Tsurl makes a disgusted face. He's some sort of dirty Birdman.
My dirty Birdman.
Dirty Birdman is his new. That's going to be his nom de guerre. Dirty Birdman.
Oh no, the dirty Birdman has come. Got a massive club.
I'm gonna put that as a candidate name for a
Dirty
game.
Bird.
Alright, dirty Birdman. How long does it take to fly across?
This map is to scale, so I don't know, to fly to that building that's 700 feet away.
I am on the wrong map. City map. So
You guys are hanging out underneath the bridge here, and she's pointing to this domed building on the other side.
So it's 3 rounds per trip. So if he's carrying 2, 1 trip, 2 trip, 3 trip.
We could access the shrine from the sewer works. We know where there's a storm drain.
Drat and Joker they're both yupping that. That's the way they want to go.
That is the best way to enter.
Oh yeah, the place under the it's a good thought, Seven.
I don't suppose it leads directly to your basement in the shrine.
Well, we will have to get through a grate. It was repaired when Father found out we were sneaking in and out of there.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll break it.
Yeah, we have key. We have a Mort key for everything.
It's a big echoey place, but there are some there are some fountains that will cover our sounds a little bit. And she looks at
Is
Mort
it
and Chugga.
gate or is it fence? Can you open it through lock or not?
No, I'm pretty sure Father welded it. One too many times we said we were doing our prayer work and, well, weren't.
One of you smells like a caster, one of you doesn't. He's looking at the kid.
Yeah, Tsurl is not a caster. Seven, I think we established, can cast first level spells.
Yeah, we said first level.
She can cast first, and yeah.
What about? Do any of you have spells that can just make the stone bigger so that we can just push it without noise?
I'm not a fucking druid, says Tsurl as he
Not
fixing
you,
his
you
hair.
stupid asshole. I'm talking to these guys. Fuck you.
Don't take it personally, lad, but when you show some level of competence, your opinion will be valued.
Okay, just frustrated murmurs coming from Tsurl.
Some assholes.
and then just to push that button again. Seven, give me your thoughts.
If Moore can swing his club, there might be enough room out there for him just to pop the thing open. But we're gonna get heard. I've heard of spells that can make you quiet. Do you have those spells? She says, not knowing what you guys can do. She looks hopeful.
We have the capability of casting them, but we don't have those spells. Oh wait,
Chaga did not prepare silence.
all right.
Yeah, do and don't. It's one of those sorts of.
Yeah, like if you prepare it, you want to figure out a way to use it. Not that it's not the spell that like, oh, I can use this now. No, you have it, so you figure out a way to use it.
I do have a scroll of silence, I think.
There we go.
And Chaga pulls out a scroll, and yeah, it'll last for 3 rounds.
I can.
If you can't break the crate in 3 rounds, you're basically a girl.
You're going to leave.
I'm not a girl. I'm the dirty Birdman.
I don't care what you are, as long as you can do it.
That's it. It's going under aliases on your character sheet. Nickname.
The dirty Birdman.
Scroll of shush.
Scroll.
Okay, so when we get close to the grate, we'll cast the scroll, and Mort could break into there. But what are we going to do when we get into the shrine? How do we tell the doppelgangers from the non-doppelgangers?
I assume we just kill everyone.
No!
No!
I'm sorry.
I'm assuming the shrine is closed at some point.
There are moon rituals, she says.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you and your fucking Seldarine. Alright.
Well,
Are the moon rituals tonight?
they might have been disturbed by the howling.
She's kind of counting on her hand. Low is no ritual, and high is, yeah, there should be
Everybody
something
in
going
town
on.
is over there.
It's near the changing of the season, so the temple will be open for private prayer.
Alright, here's the plan. Lad, we got a job for you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to start a fire.
What?
You're going to start a fire. Then you're going to come out, yell, there's a fire, get the fuck out. You know, however you do it elvishly.
It's all stone in there.
Set something on fucking fire. How hard is that?
Yeah, okay, there's some, like, tablecloths and stuff, but...
Good. Light it up. Here's some oil. He had some oil.
I'm gonna get whooped if I do this.
No, you won't. For very, very sad reasons you've yet to accept. And he puts a hand on his shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, are we looking for something a bit more incendiary? Does anyone have any alchemist fire?
Yeah, well, I do. Yeah, I was hoping to say, yeah, all right. You know, this stuff is fun. You'll like it.
Alright, so go throw it at some of the holy cloths. It's still a holy temple to the Seldarine, Tsurl.
And we need to do this in order to get inside and cleanse it.
Right,
Think of it as a purging fire.
Is putting up his
Burning away the taint of the doppelganger.
I think the fire will it'll catch the ground on fire for a short period of time. It shouldn't harm stone permanently.
No, it won't. It'll just make a lot of smoke and flames. It'll be fine.
The rat has got it.
Junker!
Don't throw the fire at the crescent, she says to Tsurl. And don't throw the fire at the statue of Corla.
What are we expecting to happen when the fire starts? Are the people, like... Does the innocent flee from fire? Or does the innocent try to put out a fire? Or...
That is a very good question, because at this point I'll assume they are doppelgangers.
They try to put out the fire, kill them. Or is it they run away from the fucking fire, kill them? Or is it they're around, kill them? Or is it just, hey, there's a ruckus because there's a fire and everybody died?
Lad, just make it a point to say, the priestess will deal with it. Get the fuck out. Got it?
Okay, so go in and throw this thing, and then yell fire.
Followed by, the priestess will deal with it, but you gotta leave.
Yes.
Okay.
Good lad. Now, let's keep in mind our targets are a elven woman, and Barnabas describes her, and a bearded human, which I'm going to assume is fairly rare in the city. Anyway, woodsman type.
Are we sure that she's a doppelganger?
Well, I'm sure she's dead, so if you've been seeing her, yeah.
Regarding your mother and your father, if Barnabas says they're dead, then they are dead.
Yes,
The rat has his hand up. Yes, there we go.
Are we gonna bring it up to the... He's looking... Are we gonna bring it up to them that we try to bring her mom back to go fight the...
Well, I think she was saying earlier her mum's the one that did the bringing back. And
Yeah,
the
we can just need to look like an elf. Just need her to kill a guy.
What are you two talking about now? Says Joker.
some conversations are private, Chagger.
Chago is like eating a little bag of grapes. He throws one grape at Junker to try to like peg him off, but Junker just ends up kind of snatching it out of the air.
He did a good job. He had a good fight.
Yep.
I'm going to take off a few charges from a wand to have the damage on the rat healed.
You do make a valid point. In fact, if we hurry, we could likely get what we need, do what needs to be done. We could have my man Dad backing us up when we head to the temple.
Maybe those creatures don't even know that we did anything.
Well, the ones we killed probably did.
Yeah, but they disappeared.
Junker, what about... Oh, you didn't say anything. Never mind.
That's some shit behind.
All right. Junker just came up with a bang-up plan. And I like it.
But they might be suspicious if we don't return back to the inn and stay the night.
Yeah, they can go fuck themselves.
We did not leave a big deposit. It is okay. Yeah, I was making joke.
Tabs. Says Ghost.
Well, Barnabas pays for everything anyway. So.
Yeah, it's on the tab.
Puts your hands on your shoulder. Thank you, Barnabas.
And when I rule the world.
So are we flying across or not? There are other ways across the river, but I don't know.
No, not just yet. Do you have a holy symbol?
There's the underbridge. Yeah, but you gotta know how to use magic to use the underbridge.
Back up for a second. We're not going just yet. We're going back to the inn.
Wait, what? The
Yeah.
the barkeep is a doppelganger. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
we're not going to talk to him. We're going to the cellar.
If you'd like, I can just dispatch with him quickly. You know, just because we're there, he's there. It'd be easy.
Yeah, let's not be murdering the locals. We will give the appearance thereof, shall we?
Come and leave. It'd be quick. No,
Oh, should we inform our new friend Vigo and Goros that they are sleeping in a den of doppelgangers?
They likely know.
I assume the reaction from the caravan leader that he knows,
Oh,
which means he's also on my list.
What the fuck gets you on your fucking list?
Don't want to know.
I got a list. Want to see it?
what about that kind elf? What was his name? Fruitcake?
Yeah, what about him?
Is he
On your list?
is he a doppelganger?
I think his
No,
intelligence
he's not a
is
doppelganger.
safe.
He
No,
doesn't
he's-
smell like a doppelganger.
Oh,
And doppelganger smells suspiciously like kind of, sort of powerful witches.
So- Murdusk is a doppelganger, and then so is Nemeth. Nemeth's a doppelganger. All working with them.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck those guys. I almost joined their gang. No, you almost got skinned and turned into one of them.
You almost joined their gang. You tried to join the gang. You were in the process of joining the gang.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. Yeah, never mind. You don't turn into them; they turn into you.
Oh, okay. They're not like were creatures. Okay, got it.
You are a special boy, and he pats him on the head.
Stop doing that. And he's fixing his hair.
All right, we head back. We get the bodies. You sure you can do this, Junker?
If it works here.
It's worth a try for sure. We get back to the inn. We get the bodies. We get out of town. Find a place to camp. We see if we can't bring Mum and Dad back. Any questions? All right, fucking great. Let's go. I want to be out of town before the hour's up.
You were speaking in Izumi, right, for part of that plan?
No, when he just explained
Yeah.
it, that was in common.
That was the explanation to everyone else.
Yes.
So what do you need me to do?
Really? You notice Seven turns to Spark. Spark's whispering to Seven. You're gonna try to bring my mother back?
Sort of.
Spark says that you need the elf-stones to do that.
What the hell are elf-stones?
Oh, fuck me.
Both mother and father
It's
wore
no time for that,
elf-stones.
Barnabas.
I thought they were just ornaments, and she's talking to Spark, who's like,
Arcane. Knowledge arcane.
yeah, go ahead.
I want
40.
to create a powerful war golem and stick them inside a powerful priestess golem. Alright. Raining spells from the hills.
I happen to know a body that can use a new soul.
We've seen them.
Yeah. I just want to make sure Barnabas knows what he's talking about before.
His cogs like auditory sensors burning.
Okay, takes 10 and gets a 43.
So, elf-stones in this, in a greater context, is a kind of a generic term for powerful gems that are enchanted by elves.
Okay.
You're now suspecting that she's actually talking about elf-soulstones,
Okay.
which were used by elves that fought in the Sylvan in the Settler Wars and the wars that happened before that, as a way to guard the souls of the fallen elves
Right.
from necromancy and corruption, so that they could be buried or even brought back.
Your dad had one.
It was yeah, he wears a ring. It was their wedding ring. It was a gift from my mother. She's the Seldarine. She has elf stones.
Yeah, are they soul stones? Is the question.
Spark says yes.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh no, that's good. That's good.
Well, it doesn't help our plan now, does it?
Well, if we can go and defeat the doppelgangers, we could get the stones and that ring that we need.
But
Because
wouldn't that be
reasons-
much easier with a powerful cleric and some kind? I don't know what your dad did. I'm imagining
we
he
should
smacked things with axes and whatnot.
I'm a cleric, says Chaka. Amongst other things.
So we do not have we cannot have the cleric now. Let us go and deal with this fake mother and father.
Yeah, all right. Fucking hell. Soul stones, one step from
we
fucking
could
victim,
just-
is all that is.
You could just go in and challenge the best warrior to combat.
Yeah,
Best way to do it.
I am gonna guess that will not get us to where we need to be.
That it would be honorable.
Sure. But where has that really gotten you?
Night watch.
Junker.
If the city is full of all doppelgangers, why don't we just poison the city or give it a disease or something? Do we know of a doppelganger disease that...
Everyone's not a doppelganger. I'm not. My brother's not.
I'm assuming Spark is translating.
Oh,
Or Spark is pissed. 'Cause
Yeah.
Junker doesn't know what Spark is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Spark is like whispering again. I'm not a doppelganger. And no, we're not killing everyone, she says.
Yeah. Barnabas kind of. Barnabas. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you understood that though, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like we're back to plan A. Plan B is now falling apart because elves and their fucking elf stones. Let's protect ourselves so we can never be brought back when our bodies are fucking taken. Fucking hell. My soul's much safer in a fucking rock than in the astral plane, for fuck's sake.
Statement. No. You might
Yeah,
have
the difference for the soul stones, it's a good question. Barnabas, you know that the soul stones likely have to be bonded to the particular elf while they were alive. And they are meant to protect the soul. They are not like the evil soul gems that horrible fiends use to trap souls. Like it is not an offensive thing, it's a defensive thing. It's a willing thing.
Okay, could their souls will themselves to be resurrected?
No, but they will still have a choice, whereas if it's a proper elven soul stone, like it is enchanted to protect the soul within.
Okay.
It's still a very, in your opinion, a vulnerable spot to have your being placed in.
Yeah.
Why would they go to such lengths? Is now an even more troubling thought that does not have immediate answers.
Not immediate answers, not immediate concern, but given what we were talking about a few games ago, to be contemplated later.
Yep. Barnabas knows that the progression of war is one side learns a trick, takes advantage of it, and then the other side either learns a way to counteract that trick or learns a trick of their own.
So
And
you are saying My master soul might be in stone, but he's not elf.
Yeah, sure.
Your
Could
master
be.
is your master
Yeah,
an
it could
elf?
be in the stone. Maybe that little ugly fucking statue.
Crackle seems a little happier. No, Virgana, -5.
Chaga's raising his eyebrows like he doesn't like the idea of giving Barnabas false hope. Or sorry, not Barnabas, Grackle false hope.
Grasping.
Anything's possible.
The rats are having a discussion. They're arguing about who is supposed to take the other half of this bed, and they're both refusing.
Okay, what now? I think your minutes per level have dropped, and even your 10 minutes per level have dropped. You guys have spent some time.
We've had a thorough
discussion like
under a bridge.
Yeah, what's going on? You guys are trolls.
All right.
Are we ready to go now? This is getting useless.
Yes, let's go. Underbridge, was it we're taking?
Underbridge, you have to trick the stones into allowing you to walk upside down.
Or we can just fly.
That is another way, if you have a token or a spell. Or you can turn into...
Us not to be such wusses.
We could also just walk across the bridge.
No, we need passes.
Opens the sword halfway like...
No.
We could also walk across the bridge.
There are guards. She points up at the spires. The Bridgetown spires and the Treewood spires. There are elves up in those that guard the bridge. Some of them are wizards. Yeah, and some of them are druids probably too.
The sewers. Can we get to them from here, or do we have to go over the bridge first?
You see where all that water is pouring out? And those are the storm drains. There's some on the other side.
All right, so cross the bridge first, then we get there. I'm not climbing that. Look, it's a fly spell.
If we fly, we should keep very, very close to the underside of the bridge.
Agreed.
Yep.
Yeah, good thought, sis. We could hide that way. How are we flying?
But Mort's got wings. He can fly a couple himself. He's very strong.
Tsurl was just playing with the alchemist fire, and he kind of went, ugh!
I have...
he tucks it away after that.
3 fly spells left for the day.
I do not need one.
Mort's got his wings.
Junker turns into an air elemental.
Okay.
He's got one more use left because he wasted one because he thought he had to go track somebody, that he turned into a thing to talk to somebody, that he had to turn back into the tracker again.
I can take somebody on the broom with me.
Um,
Carry 400 pounds at 30 feet.
Junker has a fly, and he could recast it if he wanted. So he's willing to cast a fly spell.
Yeah,
Okay.
Chaga's got a ton of them. It just makes other spells not go on Chaga.
So I can take somebody else on the broom with me.
So flies.
Yeah,
Flies.
so let's divvy some characters into...
Broom.
Take my brother on the broom. Fucking flying on a broom? What are you talking about? Just go with the hobgoblin.
That or under that's or in Mort's armpit.
I could carry you like a wee little baby.
Nah, okay, I'll go on the broom with that.
Good choice. Just lock your knees and your feet. You should be able to hold on. Put your arms on my back and you should be stable.
Yeah, you sure this thing's gonna fly? He grabs a hold of your waist.
Don't worry, lad. 9 out of 10 times you don't fall out of the sky.
Yeah, it last time it was not so painful.
We don't have tokens. It ain't good if we fall.
Okay, Grapple grabs him and...
Oh!